was listening to Umar Johnson last night, man, and before the Chadwick Boseman shit hit, and I thought about it even more there. But I think this is like the best time for like black empowerment.
The best?
Well, okay, all right. So what I mean by this, I mean economic empowerment.
Yeah, I can see that.
So like, cause they always say, the best time when blacks was economics, when we had our own community, we had our own fruit, we had our own blah blah blah, but we still got that now. Technically, but we have more black millionaires.
We got black billionaires too.
Said our own fruit.
You know what I mean?
Fruit, nigga.
Think about that shit.
Black oranges, nigga.
We can have our own grocery stores. Remember
black apples, nigga. Don't come down apples, nigga.
Remember that shit with Mike was looking for something black, and that nigga found a black grocery store.
Mm-hmm. Yo, this a kente tree, nigga. Get the fuck away from it.
Him and what's the other nigga name from Run the Jewels?
I don't know.
P.
Whatever.
Something P.
Yeah. So they went into that. They went into that store to eat. And he can't eat the food. He can't eat the food because it wasn't black on.
LP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he couldn't eat the food because it was black on. So he had to go find a black on restaurant.
Yeah. It is. I think I see what you're saying. It's a time where motherfuckers that aren't supremely educated, that didn't go to business school, you can still cake off one from being a personal person, like having a personality that connects with people, and two, having a hustle. You know what I mean? Like, we could criticize that bird with the gap tooth, whose name I forgot, but she still got a bunch of niggas that paid for some cheap shit and made millions off of it. That's a hustle, It's just a shame that, you gotta hustle your people. You know what I mean? I forgot her name. What was her name? Mildred? I don't know. Marianne, something. She got big titties and she had the gap. And she has that funny voice, the bird voice.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
No,
what you talking
about? But she finessed it though. She finessed that system, and it's so many people. Like, there's so many people, especially women, that are kind of leveraging their sex appeal into selling eyelashes and lip kits and fucking
remember the tea
swim. What happened?
Remember the tea, the flat tummy tea shit.
Flat tummy tea, you know what I'm saying? But that's owned by something. There's women that's selling bathing suits that they have made. You know what I'm saying? Like, they send the designs up to a factory, somebody makes them, and then they sell them on their page. You know what I'm saying? And they're just bypassing all this shit. Like, you bypass the factories, you bypass Target, Walmart, all these places directly. You can sell it directly to your fans. You know what I mean? It's the good part of social media. Social media has so many bad things about it, but the good part is, if you got the right hustle, you can sell some shit and you make some money.
That's why I like, in a way, I mean, it's a lot of shit that's fucking up black people. I think economically, man, like, we're doing great. Like, compared to like 50 years ago, 20 years ago, we're doing phenomenal. I don't see why niggas don't always think we not thriving. Like, I remember I was telling somebody like, this is the best time for blacks, and he was like, man, we don't own the banks. It's literally black banks.
It's black banks.
Look, you just gotta go to one. You just gotta go. I don't think niggas know what's black owned, because I don't think when they think of black owned, I think they think of fucking Target.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Or they think of like Death Row Records or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? They not looking at, like, you got to build that shit up. McDonald's was around since what, the 20s or some shit,
30s, 40s, some shit like that.
Yeah, it's got to be around forever.
That's a fact. But I mean, I think it's coming, and I think if anybody tells you they want to go back in time, unless you're trying to see a relative that you can't see anymore, you'd be a fool. Because it's better to be black now than it was, like you said, at any time period ever. Like, in the 90s, 80s, the early aughts, when Obama was first president, it's just gotten better. It's gotten better. So, I mean, really, it's making the best out of a situation that's tough, bro.
It's mad, niggas thriving. Like, this is a black chick that lives in a van, and she's making bank on YouTube. Like, her videos get like 1 million views.
She lives in a van?
She lives in a van, my nigga.
Okay. Rest in peace to Chris Farley, my
nigga. She got an albino snake. Yeah, Chris Farley.
The van down by the river. She got an albino snake. Does she do tricks with the snake?
She just pets the snake and shit. Her videos is mad trash. She does yoga in front of her van.
How she look?
She alright. To be a homeless chick.
Send me that video, bro.
To be a homeless chick, she alright.
I need to see this. I need to see snakes and yoga in a van down by a river so I can feel better about my life and where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's barbershop mentality. Huey Flea, Dr. Ock, Kwame West, Julius Rock. How y'all feeling though overall, man?
I'm good, man. You know, it's. I mean,
it was a rough week, man.
Yeah, it was, man. It was rough to get
rough
through,
week
man.
To be black, man. Very rough week.
I was making. If you follow me, you know I make beats, and when I make beats, it's like my thought process. It's like, you drive. And your mind's not, it's something when you drive somewhere that you go every day. So your mind's not really concentrating on driving as much as it's like in its own world.
Yeah.
That's where my mind was this morning. And I really thought about something that I want to say. Black people in America, from the time that we understand what America does to black people, we are in mourning. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first thing any black superhero from the 60s that fought to give us freedoms, you see how they ended up. You know what I mean? And you have to mourn them. And we just, our entire lives is just like mourning. This person's gone. To the point we make jokes about it. We make pour out liquor jokes. You know what I'm saying? We make jokes about diseases that kill us, like diabetes and sickle cell and all that shit. And this year, it's just felt like that mourning meter has been turned up by 20. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it doesn't matter how disconnected you are from entertainment, from sports, from whatever. There's been a death that's affected you. And it's affected you on levels of, I don't know this person, but I'm sad they're gone. This person had so much potential. This person was a father. You know what I'm saying? To the people that you know.
I mean to cut you off. You know why, bro? It's COVID set our asses down and shut everything down, and you have nothing to distract your ass with.
That's true too.
Think about when Kobe died. Like nobody, like you could have done something to really get your mind off of it, but March 13th hit, everything got shut the fuck down.
Everything shut down.
You just had to fucking deal with it.
Yeah, you just gotta sit there and deal with it. You gotta swallow that shit, man. And it just feels like, even if it isn't somebody famous, because of COVID, somebody that died from, somebody that caught COVID, let alone died from COVID. You know what I'm saying? From tragedy to, now you pick up the phone and you see black people being killed by police officers. You see black people being killed by other black people. It's just this constant state of mourning. Like, God damn, I can't believe this person. Like, think about this. John Witherspoon died less than a year ago, but he feels like he's been dead for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like he died like last October, November. But it feels like he's been dead for years. Like
Yes, yesterday, me and my homies we was watching SmackDown, right? And we were just sitting there laughing and joking. We was talking about comedy movies and stuff. And it was fun as hell. It was fun. Yeah. It was mad fun. We was just chilling and just enjoying each other and shit. 2 seconds later, my boy goes, "Yo, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "What? Somebody died?"
That's literally what it is. I was watching P-Valley with a shorty, and like literally, like we're watching the titties shake on the screen. We're having a wonderful time, and it's like, pause that. Hold on. Chadwick Boseman died? Like, it's like, it's
bro, I didn't even believe, bro. I saw this shit on Twitter. I was like, nah.
You don't believe it? Because it's like,
stop.
It's like, it's so sudden. It comes out of nowhere. Same thing with Kobe. It was like a Saturday morning. Like, it's just regular day. And just bam. Now all this man's work, all this human being's work, this guy's passion, it's just gone. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing we could do about it, And that's just what we live. We live in this in a almost like a permanent state of mourning. You can't even have a fucking breather. Like literally, he died, and then Cliff Robinson, the basketball player, died. You know what I'm saying?
Cliff Robinson died this morning. Yeah.
It's like, God damn, my nigga. Like, can we get like 10 fucking days of peace? in this goddamn year. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man.
Yeah, fact.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Niggas exhausted, yo.
Niggas exhausted, but the one thing I constantly, I've been telling myself is that just goes to show you do not know where your life is gonna go. So whatever you have planned, whatever dream you have, whatever passion you have, you gotta drive, you gotta go do that shit. You can't just rest on your ass anymore. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no tired. There's no I'll do it next year. There's no now's not the right time. Bro, we put out this podcast. It don't matter if 5 people listen to it or 5 million people listen to that shit. We gonna keep putting this shit out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I remember when we first started. I got on. I was on Xbox playing my niggas Q and all of them, right? One of my boys. Yeah, shout out to Q, man. He's always holding it down. One of my boys in that Xbox chat, he was like, "Well, nobody's gonna listen to it." I don't give a fuck. Nigga, like,
don't matter, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Like,
and
that was what he said to me. And and I honestly I didn't care. But and we still here 5 years later.
Niggas will always tell you what is not gonna happen until some shit happen, and they be like, "Damn, I always knew you was going."
Yo, do you know how many niggas started podcasts just listening to this shit?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
It's ridiculous. There's a lot of niggas that started podcasts listening to this shit. Like, them niggas can do it, fuck it.
Yeah, literally. How many people ask you for advice? And how can I do this?
I get at least one text message a day asking me, yo, just something dealing with podcasts. How do I do this?
Bro, if
like,
that's
like no bullshit.
Yeah. And if that's one of our gifts to the world, then that's going to be the gift, man. I mean, everybody has, I think I saw Jay-Z say this, everybody has a genius talent, and you just got to apply that shit. You got to apply that shit. You can't just sit on it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, oh, it's not making me money right now. Like, yeah, obviously you have to eat, you have to live, you got to raise your kids, you got to do all those things, but you also you owe it to yourself to use these talents.
Yeah, you know somebody enjoying this, dog. Somebody enjoying this shit.
Yeah, I think about Chadwick Boseman. His first major roles were in like his 30s. You know what I'm saying? And that means he had to have a time period where he was getting shut down, turned down. And that's how he graduated from Howard. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like that nigga was just like, oh, acting is my only thing. God knows he could have did something else. But that nigga just kept going and kept going. And the thing about it is, man, if by chance your destiny is to die at 43, do you want to die doing what Chadwick Boseman did, or do you want to die, playing it safe? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's the question you gotta ask yourself. And for us, we just gonna keep putting this shit out there, man. And if you listening to this, stop being a bitch. Get your shit together and get your shit out there, man. Because I mean, you just don't know what the fuck is gonna happen.
Like,